Comment ça non? Going live. Yeah. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, my brothers, Yahweh Shamar Il Atan Basham Yahweh Shai, to my sisters, I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica, coming to you today. I.S.U.P.K. began 1969 in Harlem, New York, 125th Street. I.S.U.P.K. is run today by Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man given the rank and authority to lead Israel in this time. Okay, now, today is Father's Day. I suppose you might be expecting me to say Happy Father's Day. However, I can't. Why? Because what we are looking at today is how lawful is Father's Day. Is it backed by the Bible? Is it biblical? Is Father's Day biblical? All right, Amos 5:21.
Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. I ate.
Most I say that what?
I ate.
I ate what?
I despise your feast days.
The Most I says he hates and despises our feast days. And what else?
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
But the Most High is saying that he does not like our feast days. Yeah, the Most High hates too, eh? He hates and he despises our feast days. What are the various feast days? Well? Tell me.
Christmas.
Start from January. We have one. New Year's Day. Then what? Yeah, we have Valentine's Day and what?
Ash Wednesday.
All right, the Easter season. What else? Good God, you don't know no holiday. What the Labor Day?
Labor Day, Mother's Day.
Well, it's not, Mother's Day, Father's Day is not holidays, but the Sunday is a holiday, and they always fall on a Sunday. All right, so Mother's Day, Father's Day, what else?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. So I'm to Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day.
Right. It's our Labor Day already.
Then we have Heroes Day.
Then we have Heroes Day.
Then after Heroes Day we have Christmas, New Year's Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day.
Right. So Christmas is one of the big ones, you know. And Boxing Day. Yeah, that the rich people then box up the food and the leftover and give it to the poor. You know, that's how Boxing Day came about. Yeah. But none of these holidays isn't backed by the Bible. None. So the Most High says he hates, he despises the feast days of Israel, because Israel is not holding fast unto the feast days that he gave. Want to know the feast days? Where you find them?
Exodus.
Huh?
Deuteronomy.
Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23 give all. Oh, in America, yeah, in America we have Thanksgiving as well. Yeah, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving out here in Jamaica. Thanksgiving is Why them turkey they wouldn't survive until that day. Trust me. But yeah, Thanksgiving is one horrible, and it's, boy, to me, Thanksgiving is a horrible holiday in the history behind it and how it came about. But here we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. The turkeys live until they're old and die. Yeah, I've seen persons with turkey out here now. They just all get old until they die. Nobody don't eat them. All turkeys will go on to migrate to Jamaica. But the Most High is saying it does not like the feast days of Israel. What else? And he will not smell in our soul and them. So when you're having that lovely Christmas dinner, and today you're having what? What are you having today? Father's Day dinner. If the father is lucky. But the Most High is saying is that he will not smell in our solemn assembly. Deuteronomy 5 and 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 16. Honor thy father and thy mother.
Honor thy father and thy... No, this is what gets a lot of people confused and carried away. Because the Most High said to honor thy father and thy mother. But is Father's Day the way we should honor our father and our mother on Mother's Day? No. There are several things wrong with it, but I will point out to one. Other than it not lawful, you do it once a year. You should honor your parents every single day that they're alive. But people, most Christians look at this law and say, okay, we're honoring our parents today. No, it's not like that. You're following the events when you do that. That's it. From Deuteronomy 5. Continue.
As the Lord thy God hath commanded thee.
And this is from way back in the desert, you know. Deuteronomy was in the desert before we got into the promised land. So the Most High is saying, honor thy father and thy mother as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee. Continue.
That thy days may be prolonged.
So that your days may be prolonged. You see? Look at one thing that can help you to live long on this earth. Not so much alone eating healthy, but honoring your father and your mother. Continue.
And that it may go well with thee.
Father speaking in parables there. That it may go well with you. In other words, you know, we have a way to say, why bad luck and bad blessing follow you. Well, that's one of the things. When they say go well with thee, yes, so that bad luck and bad blessing don't follow you. Continue.
In the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right. In the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Now, obviously, that was one of the things we were doing in the land. So we got kicked out to come out here now and following the events rather than doing it the way we should. Matthew 15 and 4.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 4. For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother.
So here in Matthew 15 and 4, this is who speaking now. Who's speaking? Tell me. Christ. This is Christ speaking. So Christ reiterated the commandment to honor your father and mother. For God commanded, saying, continue,
and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
you curse your parents, back in the days you would be stoned to death. But now people do it and get away with it, ain't it? Well, the most are even sleeping. This is why some of the curses follow some of us toe to toe. Yes, man. Because we feel that because our father or mother was neglected of us when we need them most. We feel that give us the right to dishonor them. It does not. There is no provision in any of the law that allows you to do such things. It does not say honor your mother and our father if there is no sidebar to it. Straight, honor your mother and your father, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. What? You think the most I don't know that some father will be delinquent and some mother will be delinquent, but you still have to honor them. Yeah, they brought a year. They could have done what they do in what you call it again, the big abortion company there in America. Planned Parenthood. The parent, the mother could have done that. The father could have put you in a bag. But instead they chose to make you be here. What greater gift can you get? Yeah, even if you are living out the bad times that the Most High put you to live out, it's just testing it. It might test you for this life. But at the end of this life, at least you can say, I have been, you've done that. So the next stage. So even if your life is being difficult, no, and don't think that you should not be here. Yeah, you should be here to experience a difficult life, because from time to time we reincarnate, we come back, experience different things in life. All right, so Proverbs, what, 3? Proverbs 3 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. My son.
My son. Who is speaking here now? Who wrote Proverbs? Solomon.
Solomon wrote the Proverbs.
Okay, the wise man. My son.
Forget not my law.
Don't forget the laws, my son. What laws? That same laws that Moses got for us. Continue.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
But let your heart keep my commandments, the commandments of the Most High. All right, we're going to look at the history of Father's Day. Father's Day history. Father's Day was inaugurated in the United States in the early 20th century. Right, this is the same country that Revelation tells us is to be destroyed, and nothing shall be brought forth from that country into the kingdom. Nothing, including Father's Day. Father's Day was inaugurated in the United States in the early 20th century to complement Mother's Day in celebrating fathers. So Mother's Day was first, then they came with Father's Day. To celebrate fathers, fathering, and fatherhood. Father's Day was founded in Spokane, Washington, at the YMCA in 1910 by Sonora Mart Dodd. So this woman, white woman, was the first one to keep a event in honoring a father. Who was born in Arkansas? So Miss Dodd was born in Arkansas. Its first celebration was in the Spokane YMCA on June 19th, 1910. Her father, the Civil War veteran William Jackson Smart, was a single parent who raised his 6 children there. So this father, now single parent father, raised 6 children without mother. So she now think, I should honor my father. After hearing a sermon about Jarvis' Mother's Day at Central Methodist Episcopal Church in 1909, she told her pastor that fathers should have a similar holiday honoring them. Although she initially suggested June 5, her father's birthday, the pastors did not have enough time to prepare their sermon, and the celebration was deferred to the 3rd Sunday in June. Right, so it has been the 3rd Sunday in June since that day. So, you see, church. It comes with church. So, if you believe that you celebrating Father's Day has nothing to do with Christianity or religion in general, you are wrong. That's where it started. It did not have much success initially. In the 1920s, it did not have much success initially. In the 1920s, Dodd stopped promoting the celebration because she was studying in the Art Institute of Chicago. So she went to school and, higher education, college then. So she stopped doing the promotion. And it faded into relative obscurity. Even in Spokane, even in the community that she started, it faded out. In the 1930s, about some 20 years after, Dodd returned to Spokane and started promoting the celebration again, raising awareness at a national level. So she take it nationally this time. She had the help of those trade groups that would benefit most from the holiday. For example, the manufacturers of ties, tobaccos, pipes, and any traditional present to fathers. So, there is commerce behind it. So, Daddy, nobody think is so much you. There is some commerce behind it. As with all holidays in this system. Which holiday you have that is commercially promoted? Not even Sunday. I better pay tithes and go to church and show your offering. So commerce is in all of it. All right. Yeah, church, a lot of fathers who haven't gone a long while. going to church today. So the manufacturers of ties, that necktie, tobacco pipes, smoking, and any traditional present to fathers. So I suppose like those who manufacture socks and shirts, cotton board. Since 1938, she had the help of the Father's Day Council, founded by the New York Association Menswear Retailers, to consolidate and systematize the commercial promotion. So obviously the commercial side of it saw some gain, so they pump the interest. They fuel the interest in it. Americans resisted the holiday. Understand? Americans resisted the holiday during a few decades, perceiving it as just an attempt by merchants to replicate the commercial success of Mother's Day. So some of the smart ones just say, you know, I'm only not looking at. This is all a commercial thing. So some say that they just want to replicate the commercial success of Mother's Day. So obviously Mother's Day was being celebrated and it was financially viable, successful for the merchant. And newspapers frequently featured cynical and sarcastic attacks and jokes. But the trade groups did not give up. They kept promoting it and even incorporated the jokes into their adverts. And they eventually succeeded. By the mid-1980s, the Fathers Council wrote that Father's Day has become a second Christmas for all the men's gift-oriented industries. So it was becoming commercially successful. Now, they want to take it a little further. A bill to accord Congress in 1913. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson went to Spokane to speak in a Father's Day celebration. So Woodrow Wilson wanted to take up Father's Day from the presidential level and wanted to make it that it would become commercialized. There were some sensible people back then, but they get pushed aside eventually. U.S. President Calvin Coolidge recommended in 1924 that the day be observed by the nation, but stopped short of issuing a national proclamation. Two earlier attempts to formally recognize the holiday had been defeated by Congress. In 1957, Maine Senator Margaret Chase Smith wrote a proposal accusing Congress of ignoring fathers for 40 years while honoring mothers. Father's Day came out about 40 years after Mother's Day. Ignoring fathers for 40 years while honoring mothers. Thus, singling out just one of our two parents. In 1966, President Lyndon B. Johnson issued the first presidential proclamation honoring fathers, designating the third Sunday in June as Father's Day. So it came from the president now, which was Lyndon B. Johnson, 1966, issued the first presidential proclamation honoring fathers, designating the third Sunday in June as Father's Day. So Father's Day is a proclamation from the beast. Yeah, the white man. 6 years later, the day was made a permanent national holiday when President Richard Nixon signed it into law in 1972. Right. Let's go to John 8 and 44.
John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are your father's, ye are your father, the devil.
Ye are what?
Ye are your father, the devil.
And who was speaking here now?
This is Yahweh, Jesus the Christ.
What was it again? John 1?
John 8 and verse 44.
So Christ said what? Ye are of your father the devil. And
the lust of your father ye will do.
so Christ here was now speaking to the scribes and the Pharisees. He was, the father was a what?
Your father, the devil, and lust of your father you will do.
Continue.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
That's who was a murderer from the beginning.
Your father, the liar, the devil.
Father, the devil, Satan, white man. If we want to go back to Eden, Cain. All right. Patriotic. What does it mean to be patriotic? All right. Finish this verse.
Right, sir. And
Abode
not in truth.
in the truth. Right.
In the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Right. Now when Father's Day began and the president, Lyndon B. Johnson, when that US president signed Father's Day into law, who did he have in mind? Huh? No, not the, well, yeah, the white man is the devil, so he would have the devil in mind in a sense, but which nation and people he had in mind?
White people.
White people.
And they're not going up with them gay.
Well, gay wasn't so prevalent then. So in the time, when he signed it into law, it was in the 70s, but they did not have black men in mind. Oh, you know that they didn't have black men in mind?
Because
No, the shackles came out long time. 1970 something, so 72 became law. Didn't have black men in mind when they signed Father's Day into law.
Because they might control everyone.
Nah. Think, what was happening at that time to black men?
Civil rights movement.
The civil rights movement, Jim Crow law, gentrification, has been happening from that time. Those days when as black men went out to protest, dogs, fireworks, bullets. That's not the, you don't have fathers that way. And it was only black men that it was happening to. So they are out, the white man is a liar. That is why the Most High says, don't follow them, don't follow the nation. They don't have you in mind. So you celebrating Father's Day now because you're not in that direct attack, but they are the race, our race and our whole is on a direct attack. When they pull over black men in America, you probably get the news today that they shoot some black men and just pull him over in traffic. That black man is a father. So if you are to honor your mother and your father, and if the state is supposed to obey, because remember, these laws that we have for ourselves, you know, these are our state laws, you know. Honor your mother and your father. Which means the state should help you to honor your parents. So how come they're killing black men in the street? If they are signing into law to honor fathers, why are they killing so many black fathers? Why? Read it again. Ye are what?
Ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father ye will do.
And the lust of the devil is always to kill Israel. Always. It's to prove that. Here you go. Christ said it. He what?
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Yeah. A murderer of black people. Continue.
And abode not in the truth.
And they did not live or dwell in the truth. Continue.
Because there is no truth in him.
There is no truth in that white man. In signing to law Father's Day, but in killing the black fathers, while taking the commercial dollar from the mothers. Why they don't give about the money? They want to kill us off. Why they don't give about the money? Continue.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Right. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. So when he come and tell a Father's Day, that's not in the Bible. That's not Israel. That's his own. That comes straight from the white man. That's his own accord. Continue.
For he is a liar.
Yes.
And the father of it.
The father of what? Father of lies. So you jump up and carry money and celebrate Father's Day. And yes, my children honoring me. Your children supposed to honor you every day. Today is just a commercial day for the merchants. Yes, to control you. How they control you? Control your finances because how much people save up for today. Yeah, save up some money for today. Yeah, that's been controlled by the system. Yeah, we try to look at the good side, but trust me, the bad side outweighs the good. Because they come on the white man to Father's Day. So your children say, yeah, Father's Day, I'm going to honor my father today. You're on child support. You know, wicked child support is to the black men in America. You can't get job. They grab you, throw you in prison. They do all manner of evil unto you, the black man. And yet they come talk about Father's Day. One day today. That's the lies. 365 days in the year?
God.
So 364 days you do evil on us. And then one day you come and talk. You see the lies? And you are supposed to feel good because what? Your children come and cook you a nice dinner today. So if you die within the 364 days, you can't make it to today. Liars. And it's full time now we start look in this, expose the lie of the white man. Christ say will not come until the what? The man of what?
Perdition.
Yeah, the man of sin is revealed. And that is the white man. Dwight. The new I.S.U.P.K say the white man, he said Dwight. Dwight, man. His surname is man. His first name is Dwight. Yes, he is the liar. They give you something in one day. Oh, that's how you can feel so good. It's just like slavery. They whip your bust your ass for 7 days of the week, and one day they give you a little rest, and you feel so good. They go to church, they get a Sunday dinner, but they have 6 more days of bus ass coming. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. And it's full time you look at the evil behind everything and expose him. The evil behind Christmas is just the same. Why? You just feel good on one day. The Most High gave us holidays for us to follow in Leviticus 23. And those are more noble and joyful to celebrate than what the white man is giving us. Right? It is more noble holidays given to us by the Most High, but no. We stiff-necked as hell and we always want to follow other nations. So what? We save up all our money to go and give to other nations, commercializing Father's Day. All right, let's get back to some reading. It's not over. In addition to Father's Day, International Men's Day is celebrated in many countries on November 19 for men and boys who are not fathers. This is not promoted in black community. A Father's Day service was held on July 5th, 1908 in Fairmont, West Virginia, in the Williams Memorial Methodist Episcopal Church, South. You see, the church is behind it. And to us, church is what? To Israel, the church is what?
School.
No, I'm talking about Dwight Man School, Dwight Man Church.
Cancer is the evil place. It's the place of the evil tree. It's the seed of the evil.
It's idolatry. Why? Where it come from? Rome. And there can be no good fruit from an evil
tree.
No good fruit from an evil tree. So, you see, this is what we're talking about. How they are able to, everything have a good side and a bad side. Except the Creator, all good. What they do with Christianity, they show you the good side, which is what? They give you the Bible. But what is the bad side now? The interpretations not from the Bible. The very interpretations you get for the book that they, if you want somebody slave traders, you see, the white man have the Bible this way, you know, and the whip in this and you know. So we get the impression that this Bible is for our oppression, but it is for our freedom. White man know that. But remember, the Satan is the father of lies. There's no other race can tell a lie like the white man. No other one. He deceives every single race. If think of this, you have such power that you can tell everybody on the planet to forget a set of people called Israel. And they have to obey. Or you bomb out them, you know what. To the point where is the name of Israel is no more in remembrance. This is how clever this man is. What is his motive behind giving you all these unlawful things to do? What is motive?
Take you further away from knowing that you're an Israelite.
And what will that do? If the more he keep you from knowing that you are an Israelite, what that do for him?
The more you live in sin,
and
far away you are from.
What? No, I'm talking about the benefits to him.
Oh. He remains in power.
He remains on top of the, because Deuteronomy 28:1 let you know that the earth is for you, you know. And he knows that in order, he wants to be on top. So he knows in order for him to be on top, what he has to do?
You.
And the two of us can, the struggle is from the womb, you know. The struggle was from the womb. Esau and Jacob, struggle was from there. So he knows that to keep himself in power is to keep you in sin. What better way can he keep you in sin than to make you enjoy it like today? Yes. You're sending Father's Day greetings and you're enjoying Father's Day. What the Most High says in Amos. Go back to Amos 1. Amos 5:21.
Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days.
The Most High let you know straight up. He hates your holidays that you have that was not given by him. He despised these feast days that you have that he didn't give you to, that he didn't command you to keep. Mr. Whiteman is like, yeah, we bust these black man ass right through the year. We give them one day to celebrate. Yeah. They're gonna love it.
And they still a benefit of that one day.
That's mercy. Yeah. Benefit. But it's evil. And it's evil in one of its subtlest form. Because you don't see any killing. You don't see any acts of wickedness taking place. Well, unless those who would be committing such atrocities. But in the giving you of the day, you don't see the evil, you know. You have to know your law to know that it is evil. Because you are going in the way of the Gentile. The Father didn't give it to you. And he said, eat and despise your feast days. Now why, if it is so, if these days, Father's Day, Christmas Day, was so good, why would the Most High, I mean, right now, these are not holidays that you, except for Thanksgiving, these are not holidays that you murder people, you know. Thanksgiving is a day when they used to celebrate the murder that they committed against the tribe of God, the Native American. But what's the evil that has ever been done on Father's Day? You breaking the law. Yes. Because today is also one of the days that you might have ham, you might have lobster, you might have other things that is unlawful. But outside of that, the day itself, not to mention that. Yeah, ham is poor. Yeah. But the day itself is unlawful. And it being unlawful takes you away from the Most High. But it's this, remember, the serpent was the most subtle beast. Look at, when you talk about beast, you look at something like you think of something like what? Lion, gorilla, something big, good. But look at a snake. It's a beast. Yeah, because it will kill you. And it can swallow you. It can swallow bigger than you. It can swallow you. It's the most subtle beast of the field. So Dwight Man is likened his similitude unto the snake. And he has been always in the grass after Israel. I think he can argue. I'll tell you that, well, this holiday was given unto us, you know, it wasn't given unto you. But then we're going to celebrate it because what? You are in their kingdom. And you are going to, I mean, he's beating you 364 days of the year. You would happy for 1 day of rest, ain't it? So we didn't give it to you, we'll take it. But that 1 day of rest he has given to you is a what? A snare. A snare unto you. You see where it comes through? The church. Always church and state. And the church, the Christian church as you know it, is one of the biggest promoter of idolatry against Israel. First thing they do, where Dwight Man symbol. The first thing, it was, yeah, the way Christianity is now, you know, has been orchestrated, come on, 14 something. Before Columbus sailed the seas, you know. Yes, they gave it this before. Long before Columbus sailed the seas, they got this. And this picture show you how subtle. I mean, look at this man. He can't hurt nobody. Does this man look like he could hurt nobody? However, this man in person, this man was a warrior. He was a general in the Italian army. And a killer. Killed many. But you see how subtle it is because that's how the white man works. He comes into you subtly. So he come in and he give you today Father's Day. But it's a snare to you. Here it is. It comes through the church. And the church promotes, this man promotes nothing in the Bible. They have their own interpretation that came through Rome. And Christ knew this was happening, and Christ tell him, the evil tree cannot bring forth no good fruit. So if Father's Day and Mother's Day came through the church, it's what? Evil. Because we come from the evil tree. Can't produce any good fruit. That's Christ's word. And I rather believe Christ. I'll take my chances, believe in Christ, rather than follow the status quo. Christ know these days won't come in. That's why I tell you, fear not those who will kill the body. Because these simple things lead you astray and take you away from the Most High. And you don't see it. Because what? It's such a wonderful day. But it's not. It's a smear. All right, let's continue with the reading again. Right, so the church, now known as Central United, Methodist Church. Central United Methodist Church. Grace Golden Clayton was mourning the loss of her father when on December 1907, the Monongah mining disaster in nearby Monongah killed 361 men, 250 of them fathers, leaving around 1,000 fatherless children. That's how they have documented how much fatherless white children leave behind. How much fatherless black children leave behind last year by the white man. Police murder them. Huh? They don't care. They care not. Talk about their fear. They're afraid for their life. But somebody can't come from police Jamaica. You make them just say they're really afraid for their life. You would really be afraid of your life. So we wouldn't be taking it like that, you know. Yeah, man. The first thing we're going to say is what? Faith are what? Death before dishonor. And but I believe so when they hear a man stand up and say death before dishonor, it's going to be one. You see what happened the other day? People get fed up in America. It started happening, you know. Officer Kai. You read about it recently in one of the states where they killed a young man in his 20s. Could be guilty of something, but it's not for the cop to judge. Arrest the person, take him before the courts. He ain't gonna get away anyway. Black man don't get away so easy. But they killed him. Police said that they killed him innocently, kill him in cold blood. Sorry, the citizens. And what they did. How much police they say get injured? 200 and a lot of cops get injured. More than 70, I think. Yeah, man. But it hurts my heart, man, to read these stories about the white man. Or it treat our people. 250 of them fathers, leaving around 1,000 fatherless children. Clayton suggested his pastor Robert Thomas Webb to honor all those fathers. Clayton chose the Sunday nearest to the birthday of her father, Methodist minister Fletcher Golden. Okay, that's the closest to her father. Okay? Just like when they were doing the picture, they said they want the picture of Christ. The man just going and feeling family. When the family line, they just draw, give you somebody from it. The illumined one said that they want it. Clayton's event did not have repercussions outside of Fairmount for several reasons. Among them, the city was overwhelmed by other events. The celebration was never promoted outside of the town itself, and no proclamation was made in the city council. Also, two events overshadowed this event. Celebration of Independence Day, July 4th, 1908, and all right. The local church council were overwhelmed and they did not even think of promoting the event, and it was not celebrated again for many years. The original sermon was not reproduced in press, and it was lost. Finally, Clayton was a quiet person who never promoted the event or even talked to other person about it. Okay, so they did other things. So all the things that they did in to bring about Father's Day had nothing to do with black men. But why they don't have a service in remembering all the black fathers who were murdered and sent to prison wrongfully, and the probably millions by now, black children that have been left fatherless. Why? We know somebody. As we would say, we know somebody picked it up. And guess what? We are the children of the Most High. Hello. The first thing they do, you know, in the Constitution of America, you're not a full man, you know.
3/3 of a man.
3/5. You're 3/5 of a man. Now, in dehumanizing you, that gives them the freedom inside. Because what he wants to do is to be able to sleep. You want to clear your conscience. The first thing you do, make it constitutional that you are not a full person. You are 3/5 of a person. That's what they love to call a monkey. Put a picture of a monkey beside them and you and see who the monkey look like the most. Monkey look like them. But in order to dehumanize you and so that they can sleep at night, they do these things. So we should not be celebrating Father's Day. Did we read? Oh, we read about the Father's Day, huh? Right. So go back to John 8 and 44. Book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
All right. So, keeping Father's Day, you are being patriotic. But being patriotic to who? Even us here in Jamaica, we keep Father's Day, we are being patriotic to who? To Dwight Man. Is he your father?
No.
He's a stepfather.
Yeah.
Is a stepfather? All I can tell you, there's a stepfather like hot, you know. So if you make Dwight Man the stepfather, is the worst stepfather ever, you know. Yeah, man, this is what you can read in the news, what stepfather to some children, you know, they kill them, put them in basket, put them out by the garbage. You remember that one, that story? You didn't get that one? Boy, I tell you. So they happen so fast that by the time you get a story, others happen that you say, wait, when did this one happen? So if you want to be patriotic, don't follow Mr. Dwight, man. Who should you follow?
Bible.
Be more specific. All right, let me finish with
I.S.U.P.K.
Now you still need to be more specific.
Almighty.
I said, Father, you know.
Oh. Oh, your parents.
All right, let me finish this. Satan also may have been inspired by Anna Jarvis crusade to establish Mother's Day 2 months prior. So it's really Mother's Day bring about this jealousy for Father's Day. But what? If you notice, you know, Father's Day is not as promoted as Mother's Day. You know. More is pumped into Mother's Day. Why? Father's Day is promoted among the whites, you know, but it's not so published among the blacks. Why? Mother's Day is more published among the blacks. $1 million question. Why?
Because.
But before you answer, remember we look at who was behind these holidays, you know. Was what? The church and the what?
Yeah.
And the merchant. The state came in after. But it's really the church and the merchant. Why is it so?
Sir. Make more money.
Make money? Yes. There is money behind it. What else? Control. There is control behind it as well, you know.
Sir. So the white man controls the women. So.
Alright, Salah Benjamin says they consider the mother to be more significant than the father. It's not a matter of significance, it's a matter of control. If you want to control, what's the best way to control a nation?
Control the women. Control
the women of that nation. When you control the women of, look at America. A man have his house. In work, build his house. I don't think there know something. Let's see up over there. It would not. It would not. But take this instance for it. Look at this. I've seen this one happen out here for real, you know. You as a man, you work and build a house. Then you get married. And you and your wife have a disagreement. You call the cops. Who get to come out? Who have to come out the house? You! You better come out. Yeah. And who gave the woman that authority? Your oppressor did so. It's not Israel. Israel didn't do that. As a matter of fact, we are powerless. It's all about control. So the more power they give to the woman is the more control they have over the nation. But the woman don't see it. All right. What's the commercial controlling behind it? When Mother's Day time come around, you see all kind of things on sale, don't? Yes. Flowers and this and that. Well, for one, you can't buy flowers for your father. So the florist is not on the Father's Day wagon, right? The florist is off because no one is going to buy the flowers for them. Unless the father is happy, he has, unless they have a happy father. I don't know what mean, gay father. I love it, father.
I know, man, as a man, you don't buy no flowers for your father.
Exactly. And you as a male, you're not going to buy. A woman will buy flowers, give her mother. Yeah. And a man will buy flowers, give her mother, his mother. But a man will not buy flowers, give his father. And the daughter not going to buy, give you either.
Not so much.
Nah. You buy your tie. So you find that menswear, the manufacturers of menswear, yes, Sala, yes. But look at this. Take a demography of any town or city anywhere in the world, even in the Muslim countries. You take 1 square mile. You count all the stores that are within that area. And tally how much of those stores are men's stores. You will find that it's a small amount. All right. And a lot of these stores are, what do you call it now? They sell male and female things, right? When you go in those stores, the men's department, how big is the men's department? It's the smallest, even the children's department bigger than the men's department. Because the merchants just know that they can control the men. They cannot dictate to men to buy anything like that. So they work to the women. And you go in these stores, you see every single thing in there for women. And then they come and they say, I remember you used to tell us this when we were young, you know, women save more. They used to tell you that women save more. Yes, Allah, the men's department is very small. And you find that the women department is the rest of the store. Even when the floor is 2 floors, men have a little section and the women have the rest of the store. I mean, you the man, you have a pair of socks, you wear a pair of socks, and even when your entire foot going through the socks, like this armband on my hand, where the foot gone like this, they put the boot up here. I just spend, I go and spend the money on buying. They say, well, this still can do. I remember I had a friend who was mad at school and he could not find his socks, you know. And he found one sweater and cut off the 2 sleeves. And the day we saw him, we said, yes, where you get them bad socks from? Like, it look good enough. The socks they look good, thick and nice for their foot. So in the evening now, you know, I was a troublemaker in my crew in school. I won't tell him my nickname. I was a troublemaker, so I went and I said, trust me, that's a bad, you know. Let me see it, man. I want to take off his shoes now to see the rest of the socks. And then I said, that's cool, man. I put out one side and tell me that's what he did. He said, I couldn't find the socks this morning. So I cut off 2 sweater sleeves. Women not going to do that. They would rather don't leave the house. So men don't spend money. So the merchants attack the women. So the woman is encircled with all the fancy merchandise. And then what she does now, she don't have the money. She pressure you to get the money for her to buy what she wants. So it's what? Control. That's how the merchant control. So when the government come now and back it up and make it law, then the state is put the control on it. But it's a job for you, the black man. Because whether you ever hear the saying, ignorance of the law excuses no man. Ignorance of the law excuses no man. You know what that is saying? When you put that context on our laws, it means this, you know. If you were born in today's day not knowing that you are an Israelite, 1, and 2, the law is what you should be keeping, and 3, the curses will follow you whether you know it or not. If you didn't know these things, what do you think will happen? Officer Akaya?
if you
I'm a
don't,
knockout.
if you don't follow these,
Let's say you didn't know. We now know because we come in the truth. We are in the UPK, UPK. You know, General Myman did a class the other day. Where he tell you about a train coming down the track. You are on the train. You're on the track. If you are the Israelite group will say, we get off the track. The fake Israelite group. The Christian will stay on the track and say, there is a train coming. What shall we do? But what do the UPK do? The UPK mash up the train. What do you mean by mash up the train? How do UPK derail the train? By telling you the truth. So that train, which is you not knowing that you should be doing these things, what will happen? Salah Benjamin said, we will be pardoned as we know no better. The curse is still on you. Ignorance of the law, excuse no man. The curse is still on you. In other words, you still suffer. Whether you know the curse is following you or not, you still suffer. And this is how the Obeahman cash in on you. Obeahman cash in now, you know, and say, hey, they Obeah you? Yes. I'm going to take some, what do you use? All kind of something. Pigeon blood. Give some, I don't know what kind of oil. Write out prescription, you go to pharmacy, go buy things. Yeah. Because the curse follows you whether you know it or not. Right? So, the only time you'll be pardoned is when Christ comes and him say, you face him in judgment, and say, well, I didn't know. Then Christ himself might say, okay. But that's up to Christ. The best way for you to be pardoned is to come in the truth. Make sure. I love that motto. Don't be sure. Make sure. Come in the truth. Right. So, let's go a little deeper now. Joshua 24. You did that already?
yeah, sir.
Yeah, that's a good one. Joshua 24.
Joshua 24 and verse 15. And if it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
If it seems evil for you to serve the Lord. Yes, because you believe if you come in the I.S.U.P.K, you're following evil. So it seems evil to you to come in the truth and serve the Lord, don't it? But Joshua says what? Choose you this day who you will serve. Continue.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell.
Yeah. So Joshua is saying, choose which God you want to serve, but continue.
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Hence we are in the UPK. And we're telling you to come in the truth, come back to the Most High. That's the only way out of all these suffering. Yeah, man. White man can't do any better, you know. That's what the Most High make him to do. Punish you. Him doing more than he should. But he was made to punish you. And him killing more than he should actually. Because, hello, this man is such a killer, you know. kill you from before you're born. A man make a factory out of plant out of abortion. Make a factory out of abortion, man. Which killer can do that? We don't have such an heart. Such heart. So Joshua is saying you should choose who you will serve, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So as for me and my house, we will refrain from what?
Celebrating Father's
Celebrating Father's Day. We will refrain from celebrating Father's Day. Keep those gifts. Tell your children, you can give a father a gift, but don't do it when the white man say you should do it. You can throw your father a party, just don't do it when the white man said you should. Because he has nationalized it, thus making it law, thus going against the Most High for you. So we shouldn't. And this commercialization of it has got to our women so much. It has controlled our women. So much so that they believe fathers, you celebrating Father's Day, even though it is wrong, is in competition with them. Yeah, man. Most of you children who have deadbeat dads, if you think you're bad, mention the father's name today. Oh, mommy, I saw daddy today. What else? What do they love you, Akaya? Deadbeat dad out here. In America, they say deadbeat dad. Out here, they say.
Workless pooper.
What is boy? And they call it the father boy.
Why you bring that? You come tell me about your workless pooper for? Or a workless boy. But you know, well, I tell you, I am glad for certain understanding I get from when I was young, you know. But before I started having children, you know, I remember I read in the Bible somewhere where it says, none of my children shall beg bread. And I take that motto and said, when me start having kids, none of my children shall beg bread. Well, because of that, I start having them late, but at least then I can take care of them in some way. Because one thing that has hurt me, so I've heard before I started having kids, some women used to class these fathers behind them. Workless boy, no say if you can't pick me, money come and you know carry it. Or if a child come and like he might get something, he say your workless pooper come one day, come give you something. Want to the rest of the week. I want to the rest of your life. Yes. Hello, I had a friend, man, who had, and he used to take care of the child, you know, but he have a woman there, boy. He used to hide. He reached a stage where him just the sound of her voice. It's like he set up impression or something. If me and him hear talking and him hear her voice, he just run go hide. That is cruel. Now, these women drive, these type of behavior drive these men to be the workless pooper that these women talk about. Or the deadbeat, that's that the Americans might say. But trust me, when you do this as a mother, you know, if it's a son, you are creating another deadbeat dad. Yes? He is going to do the same thing to his children. And I've heard some of these men say, No, I don't mind my children. My father didn't mind me, and I didn't die. I still survived. So because they survived, they believe that they can do the same thing to their, and it's nothing to them. But these women of Israel, boy, you're creating some things in this nation of Israel of ours that you are not aware of. Asking her not to make you feel good and tell you what, you're the queen of the universe. Black woman, strong black woman. Strong to do what? In what kind of opportunity him giving you? Hmm? Strong to be his main consumer, because that's what we are, consumers. So he make us to make you to be strong black woman so that you can buy more weed, and he and his friends get richer. Wake up. Leave Dwight man alone and his holidays. Come back to the Most High and celebrate yours. And your days will be prolonged, just like the Bible says. I shall answer again, just because they survive doesn't mean that the rest will too. Exactly. Exactly. Because I'll trust me, a lot of fatherless children end up in jail, and from jail to prison. Yeah, man. The cops can tell you. And I can tell you because I work around a lot of police, and sometimes I talk with them. What are the kind of persons you find go in prisons more? Fatherless. Men who did not grow up with their father. They 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 become consumed prison industry. Men, probably some of them abused too. Because when a fatherless, anything can happen. And it's not say, and when I talk about fatherless, I'm talking about being fatherless. Your father alive, and they become what they call, the mother would call deadbeat dad. But if they would just allow the father to be father, not because he cannot afford to give you something. I mean, hey, when I worst thing, you see when a woman hungry, then and you come over there and you can appease that hunger. You're the worst thing on this earth. So because of that, they don't want to see you around the children if you can't give them something. So they minimize fatherhood to what you can give. That's not right.
I come here and show them up, I want to keep the father to take care of the children.
What? Yes, what knocked out. Live video stop videos on error publishing. Where we go? Yeah, bounce line. Dwight man bounce us from Facebook. YouTube still on. So, come on. Don't trouble it, don't trouble it. All right. There's another way to do it. All right, let's go to
Yeah.
okay, I'd asked you a question earlier. All right, let this come up. And I have to see you to face it. All right, something wrong with it with the Wi-Fi. You know, but it's still there. All right. SHALAM. Whatever. All right. Let's go get them out. A virus, again. Yeah, we have that. Okay. Yes, it's a virus. Probably need to chip off this thing out. Earlier, when I asked, all right, I don't know what exactly what. All right, another question that, where did we learn? Oh yes, who should we be patriotic to? I'm not sure. Okay. Who should we be patriotic to? Right, you had given that answer. And I had said, no, not your father and your mother. What it means to be patriotic?
Yeah. Devote to a cause,
No.
our country.
Look. Patriotic come from your father. Patriarch, your father is the patriarch of the family. Your mother is the matriarch.
Father,
I want to get this stream onto Facebook. All right, back again. So, who said we should be patriotic too?
Our fathers. Fathers. We should be patriotic to the most.
All right, Facebook, welcome back. we got booted from Facebook. But welcome back. All right, so we were at we're talking about Joshua. All right, and we said, who should we be patriotic to? Let's go to, let's look back at Proverbs. Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs. Go back to Proverbs 3:1.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandment.
Let your heart keep whose commandment?
Keep my commandment.
Who was talking?
This was Solomon.
This was a command from the Most High, right?
Answer.
All right. So who was he speaking to? Your forefathers. So you, in today's day, if you want to be patriotic, who should you be patriotic to?
Our forefathers.
Your forefathers. And do what your forefathers did.
God.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the others who came after. They kept the law. And
And so should we.
Exactly. So we being patriotic should be patriotic to our forefathers, not to the white man, not to this world, not to what is happening in this world. That patriotism is not for the other nations, for us. And those of us who believe that we can be patriotic to them, you're going to die with them. And there's nothing you can do about it. Those Israelites who believe that they should be patriotic to these other nations, you're going down with them. Read what Proverbs say again.
My son, forget not my law.
Forget not my law. Continue.
But let thine heart keep my commandment.
Let your heart keep the Most High's commandment. That's the way he was speaking to your forefathers then. So you in today's days, being patriotic, should be doing what your forefathers did. Keep those laws. Forget not your forefathers. They made this sacrifice for you to have a better life. But somewhere in the middle, somebody didn't follow. But you have the opportunity now to get back on track. And you should. You need to get back on track. All right. So if we end up being so unpatriotic today, where did we learn that?
From the church.
Learn it from the other nations.
God, sir. God.
The other nations taught us not to be patriotic to our forefathers and to be patriotic to other nations now. Whom the Father command us not to follow? So Father's Day is following these other nations. Father's Day is not following, is not being patriotic to our Father. We're following after God, whom our forefathers did not know. Our forefathers did not know Caesar Borgia. Did they? Definitely not. Our forefathers know nothing about, but one out of the Indian god named Shiva.
God, sir.
I learned one, I used to hear this name when I was a child, Mother Lashmi. You ever hear that name? Mother Lashmi. Something like that. It was Indian god,
God.
Yeah, it's an Indian god that they worship. And then they call, Lord of course, I saw a little documentary on India and the coffee. They even commercialize it. Put it in bottles. Like you would buy a drink. You buy a cool drink of coffee. Now, here is thing they put onto it. They use the virgin cows. Like that's supposed to make it any better. Yeah, that's idolatry and nastiness. So they mix nastiness with idolatry. That's what they get. Drinking cow piss. So we learn to be unpatriotic from the other nations. And it was passed through our mothers. Yeah? You know that during slavery when they have a whipping. You know who they put at the front of the as a matter of fact, whenever they have public hanging and public lashing, all the slaves have to come out and watch. Because I must. Come and watch your black brother being whipped to death or hanged to death. You know who's at the front of the line? $1 million question. Guess. Pregnant black women. They put at the front of the line the pregnant black woman. Why?
Teach them the lesson of obedience.
Teach who? Who they teaching?
The mothers. What they teach their children.
They're teaching the baby not to feel pain. The trauma that the mother experienced from watching that, either hanging or lashing. The child feel it. So the fetus get that experience and fear before it is born. How you think you can have a man who born and grew in the ghetto in Jamaica and you go get, he is in no way or form in the presence of any white people. Not in his daily commuting. You only see them on TV. However, when you go to him and talk to him, he love the white man. How you think him experience that? To tell you that. Pass on to him subconsciously and him don't even know it. Don't even know it. Remember, just remember. This man, the public enemy #1, is the most subtle beast, the most subtle of our killers. Yeah. When you see them openly shooting blacks in the street, you know, that is where it reach. You know what I've been doing this. Every nation over there, if you read the book of Tobit, they used to murder black men. Tobit called them saints. They used to murder the saints in the marketplace. Tobit used to hide and bury them. And he gained recognition for that. He have a book in the Bible for that because of his love for his people. Now, there is no book in the Bible that is written for any Uncle Toms. Any one of our people have been Uncle Tom and love the enemy more than us. Which book? Tell me a book. Maccabees mentioned some. Their name is not even mentioned. But Uncle Tom's is not honored amongst. Can't be honored among some people. Can't. All right. Let's go to book of Joshua. I'll go to Maccabees first. Second Maccabees 1 and 2. What that say again?
Second Maccabees chapter 1, verse 2. Second Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 2. God be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, his faithful servants.
So here is who you should be patriotic to. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God remember, be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His faithful what? Servants. They are our patriots. If we talk about any Father's Day, those are the fathers we should be emulating. Not this day that is made by this nation, whom Revelation tell you is poised for destruction, utter destruction, and nothing shall be brought forth into the new kingdom from this kingdom. So no Father's Day will be coming because it's unlawful. All right. Go to Joshua now. Joshua 23. Book of Joshua chapter 23, verse 7 to 8.
Joshua 23, 7.
But I tell you, you realize every single thing that we fall trap of today have been mentioned and been warned, and we have been warned against it from the desert. From in the desert.
Joshua 23, verse 7.
Yeah.
That ye may come not among these nations.
That we may come not among these nations. So we're not supposed to be among them. Continue.
These that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their God.
So these nations that are among you, you should not make mention, don't even make mention of the name of their God. But for your sake, we're going to have to call the name. What are some of the names of these false gods?
Buddha, Krishna.
There's Buddha, the Chinese. And trust me, Chinese coming out here in Jamaica now, they have a lot of Buddha statue with them. I have the Indians now coming advertising what do you call it again? Astrology. Yeah. Trying to bring people into their way. Which other God you have now? The Muslims are here too. How about the Rastafarian?
Yes, Rastafarian.
So, the Rastafarians, the Rastafarians are among us as well. False God. Come again. You know, I expect you to say Caesar was here first, man. That's the biggest one, you know, under Christianity. With him, Caesar was here. That's the biggest one out here. Yes, Christianity. That's the biggest. That's the biggest. The Christianity doesn't know it today. It didn't come from us, you know. It came from Rome. And regardless of what they are going to tell you, that their headquarters, most of them, is from America. It's still Rome. You know this every time you have a new president in America, how much Jesuit priests around them, and each of their function is to put them in line. They cannot fall far, cannot stray from the order. What's that order? White supremacy. Keep their feet on you, let you not rise, lest they fall. That's it. Come, what I got again? You should know them, you know, you could fall into the trap. So if it is even for the purpose of knowing, just to know, so that it don't catch you. So what happened to money? Because what was the name of the God of prosperity? The Babylonian God of prosperity named what? God. How about the God of fertility who we celebrate at Easter time? Who they celebrate at Easter time? Today's what? Sunday. Today was it? How today get to name Sunday? In Israel, today was known as what? First day of the week. You did not know it. Tomorrow would be what? Second day. So that's how it was named. And then the only one that name was the Sabbath. The white man come now and name each day after a God. New Year's Day is what? God is idol worshiping too. What's the name of the God of beginnings again? Janus. Of whom January is named? Janus. Give the month the name of the false God. And I tell you. So let's continue. Joshua. That ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you. These are talking about the nation that remain in the land, promised land, but it's the same custom that is spread throughout the world. The same false religion custom.
Neither make mention of the name of their God.
Right.
Nor cause to swear by them.
All right.
Neither serve them.
Neither serve them. So we should not mention the name in our discussions when they're talking to our friend. I say, you know, so and so, blah, blah, blah. You don't even talk about it. Now, cause to swear by their name, by so and so, this is going to happen. I like in church, who they swear by? Sorry, not church, court. In court, who they swear by? That's true, Caesar Borgia, they put the hand on the Bible. Caesar Borgia, them swearing by it, see there. The thing is Christ. They swear by Caesar Borgia. Or, now continue.
Nor cause to swear by them.
Mm-hmm.
Neither serve them.
Right.
Nor bow yourselves unto them.
Right, so you don't bow down to them. And you don't do anything in service to them. Don't even carry a bucket of water for them. What I don't mean, what I mean, somebody going to worship him idol and you carry a bucket of water to give him. Not even that you're supposed to do. No service. All right, verse 8.
Verse 8. But cleave unto the Lord your God, as ye have done unto this day.
But we should cleave unto the Most High, as we have done to this day. Drop to verse 12 and 13.
Answer. Joshua 23 and verse 12. Else, if ye do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you.
All right. So if you go and you cleave unto the remnant of these nations. Out here we have the Chinese, we have the Indians, we have these nations with their false gods. Yes. Yeah, okay, you have a lot of Nigerian here and Ghanaian. And we have to even bonfire some of our people to with Rastafarian. Rastafarian began by Israelite, but guess what? They scrap other religions because Rastafarian is really from India. You know? The customs in Rastafarian are really from the smoking of the weed, the growing of the locks. What else? That is from India. And then let's talk about I.S.U.P.K, that African what they call, which country is it again? Ethiopia. We are not Ethiopians. Right? We and the Africans are not the same. We were hiding among them, but we are not of them. And they gave us away. Whatever you remember I used to play hide and seek as a child. And sometimes I hide and somebody who's not in the game come and see you. Hey, it's one here.
Oh, yeah.
Just give you away. But that is the African. You're hiding from the white man searching for you. The Arabs tell him, say, you know, they are somewhere over there. The Africans, hey, they're right here in the bush, here they are. And man, I'm not going to catch a car and give them. Yeah. That's what, 13? Continue. 12. Okay, continue.
And remain among you, and shall make marriages with them,
right,
and go in unto them.
So don't make marriages with them. We should not be marrying other races. Believe it or not, you marry them, they're not coming your way. You going their way. Continue.
And they to you.
Yeah.
Verse 13. Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you.
So how they become snares? Snares one. Snares a trap, eh? You know, like you never used to catch bird when you had a little boy. They set up a fringe. And the bird go on that and you pull the thing and it just fall over it. That's the same thing. We take onto these nations, they become snares unto us. And traps. And
scourges
in your side.
in your side.
So how was this? How this happen affect Jamaica now? In our community, pure black people selling now. And one little Chinese man come in there over in the place. And you see him come and them learn the English and you find it funny. Oh, Mr. Chin, you're going to buy and you support. Next thing you know, it's two Chinese man. Next thing you know, there's a pure Chinese and this church that used to be Negro control. Because you have given yourself over to them without even knowing it. That is why the most I say is people is destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because we take these things simple. Then come amongst yourself, don't buy nothing, man. Your brother sell the same thing him selling, go to your brother and buy it. Don't buy from them. A Chinaman come out here and in 5 years in rich can go back home. And you here and your brother here and you hear black people saying, me, I'm buying a from a black man, they must come better than me. That's one of the worst disgusting statements you can ever make. Every time you hear people talk about when black people and they crabbing a barrel, you ever hear that thing? Crabbing a barrel situation. How the crabbing a barrel thing go? Right. One crab climbing over the barrel and the next one hold on and and I really dry one dry him down in him. I try to come out too, but by holding on to him extra end up pulling him down. And every time I hear people talk about and cuss people about we are crabbing a barrel and it, and we have never cussed the white man to put the crab in the barrel. The person who has put the crab in the barrel never get cursed. But the crab in the barrel get cursed. Because the white man isn't put you in the barrel. Remember, I know you have to go and catch the crab in the first place to put them in the barrel. Curse the man who put you in the barrel in the first place, man. Continue. Causes in your side.
And thorns in your eyes.
Thorn in your what?
And thorns in your eyes.
How they become thorns in your eyes?
You no longer see your black brother, you see them.
Exactly. Here it is in the Bible. This is the Bible reading. So it said, these people will become, you support them, you join onto them, they are going to become thorns in your eyes. And it don't mean they're going literally to go there, but they are going to come above you. And the Bible is telling you straight up, don't do it. Call it bad mind. But the Most High is teaching you to choose your people first. So any mind is getting bad is not mine. It's you who want to support other nation above your own. You're at the bottom of the scale and other man want to come and climb on you and you don't see a problem with that. When you know you are the one who should be ruling all these people and you don't see a problem with that. It's not my mind bad. I'm following the Bible. The Bible said they are going to become thorns in your eyes. That's right here in Jamaica, you know. Remember that robbery in your friend? They go and roll up the China man. Why do you think that happened? Mr. Chin holding so much seemingly, we don't know, seemingly so successful among you that what you have to do now? Go and take his thing. So it become a thorn in your eyes and scourge in your side, because now you are wanted. When they go and take their things forcefully, what we call robbing, stealing, thieving, you are now wanted. And then when they find you, what happens? You know the two places you have to find you going, you know. Name them. Name the places you will go. I'm sure it's not on, on the North Coast. On the North Coast. They don't even have jail on the North Coast. You know, I didn't notice. There's no jail on the North Coast, you know, where the tourists are, you know. So you don't have the liberty to look out through the jail and look at the sea, the beautiful beach. Not even that. You either go to the jail, and the jails that they have in Jamaica, they are farmer holding houses for slaves. All the major jails. Well, the major jails. GP, Town District Prison, the two major ones. They are farmer holding places for slaves. It is now prison house. So you either go there or you go here. Or you go to the grave. So they have become scourges in your sides and thorns in your eyes. Continue.
Until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you.
Right. That's what, 13?
Answer.
Go down to 15.
Joshua 23 and verse 15. Therefore, it shall come to pass that as all good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil things, until ye have destroyed you from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you.
So this was told unto us when we were going into the promised land. We did it, got kicked off the promised land, come in Egypt again, and we are doing the same thing. Following after these nations with their holidays. Keep your own. Make sure next Passover we see more Israelites from the 12 tribes. That's what you are supposed to keep. And trust me, it's glorious. So we're doing the same thing that we should not do. Ecclesiasticus. What did Maccabees, eh?
Answer.
All right. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 3 and 10.
Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiasticus is found in the Apocrypha, verse 3 and Ecclesiasticus 3 and 10. Continue.
Ecclesiasticus 3. Ecclesiasticus 3 and verse 10. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father.
Don't glory in the dishonoring of your father. Yes, don't feel good when your mother calling your dad deadbeat dad and worthless pooper. Worthless boy. You know, every time I say that, I can't even laugh. You know, Jamaicans, we have a way of saying things that it sinks. When Americans say deadbeat dad, I mean, but when they call you worthless, Jesus, deep. That's cut deep. Why? Worthless boy. Worthless pooper. So the Bible is telling you, don't glory in that. Don't do it. The same thing is going to come to you when you become parents. See it? Same thing. And you say, oh, me? I'm going to make sure that. But guess what? Your children will be having children. It can come in your line same way. And more often than not, it happens to you same one. Then you understand why your mother was calling her father dead. That it's not so much his fault. Have you in his plan when he was making his kingdom? When he was making Father's Day law and national holiday, he didn't have you, the black man, in his plan. When he was making his laws, as a matter of fact, he make a second law for you and call it. You know, it's pretty them pretty up. If it was Jamaica, they wouldn't say Jim Crow law, you know, what they would call it if it was Jamaica. Okay,
Nigga law.
no, sir. But Jim Crow was one like,
Boy, man.
oh, please. But not Jamaica, you know, it's all like one of the birds.
The junker law.
It was out there, we call it the Jim Crow, we call it the junker law. Yeah, man. So when he was making his constitution, he did not view in his mind. So don't glory in the dishonoring of your father. Your father was being dishonored because of the system he's in. The system dishonors him. The system does it. The system chase him, send cops to kill him. And now, you know, they're shooting a woman too. First time, most men used to hear them police pull over and shoot. Shooting the lady woman too in America, man. Yeah, man, they're killing the mothers, man. Wake up, Judah. Yes, men cops searching the women. Super Jesus. What a day they ever make a race war go rise up in America, man. And all them gangsters just turn against it. You know, the police are afraid of the gangsters. They don't think they were gangsters, you know. They don't do it. They're afraid of the gangsters. When they catch the gangster one away, they might kill him, but they hear about no gangs killing and they're going on there. A lot of those killing that you hear about in Chicago, the police, them doing it, putting on the black, you see, they came out the other day, they put on the mask and go in the communities and when they look at the black man driving around and shoot them. We don't reach them stage as much as we are in this tight spot. Black people don't reach them stage. Just going on a random kill people. White people do them things. White people are the ones who, white man, do those things. What I was going to say again. There was a story. This white woman who was, I think she was denied, they call it the government health in America again.
Medicare.
No, man. They get welfare. She was denied welfare assistance. You know what the lady do? She just go home, shot the two children and shoot herself. A black woman not doing that. What that thing called the picnic, two picnic pooper. Worthless boy, carry something come when I get nothing off free. She's not doing it, man. She'd rather call the father and put the pressure on him. She go and put him on child support. She go and do this, she go and do that. But she don't kill herself and kill the children. The two innocent children. No, them picking are innocent, you know, but still. But story for another class. When I finish there, continue.
For thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee.
Mm-hmm. Your father's dishonor is not for you to glory. That's what this is saying. And if you read verse 11, it tell you what the glory of a man is in. Read it. Read the first part of verse 11. Next verse.
Verse 11. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
Right. So you want something to glory about, honor your father. And not on a day that was given unto you by your enemies. That day is strictly to deceive you. All right. Almost 5:30. And with that, to pass class over onto Officer Akaya for the announcement. UPK announcement, Akaya.
UPK security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or six months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Mahishara. 10% of every penny you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation.
Closing of the Feast of First Fruit. Monday, June 17th at 6 p.m. at sundown. So the next feast day is
Monday, June 17th at sundown, 6 p.m.
And what's that?
The end of first fruit.
End of the Feast of First Fruit.
Ending of the Feast of First Fruit.
And this is biblical. You can find this in Leviticus 23.
Concept. With that, we end the class.
Margin.
Marjam Shabbat. Marjam. Barak. Yahweh Bashim Yashai Barakatah.
That's listening.
Class.
Come on, clap, clap, clap. That's our way. Follow the ways of the forefathers.